up, what up, what's up? I don't know what time it is. Talk Shit Tuesday. Sorry for the delay, man. Just getting in. Just getting in. Big shout out to my main man. One on this long time support my main man. Mr. Dickie Foster in the house. What up, fam? Yo, catch Rake, I see you, fam. Representing the D in the house, my man Chico Nicholas in the house. What up, fam? Big shout out to Viking Time, Royal Family in the house. What up, fam? Big shout out to my man Johnny Five in the house. What up, fam? Yo, my man Concrete Vic in the house. What up, fam? Yo, Murdo! What up, fam? The Swamp Nest Monster in the house. Yo, a.k.a. Melee. What up, fam? Big shout out to the RBG Lone Wolf in the house. What up, fam? Yeah. What up? Y'all don't forget to hit them like buttons. Don't forget to hit them like buttons. Big shout out to everybody out there in the Shark Tank. Big shout out to all my homies out there in the back street. What up, fam? What up? Y'all, sorry I'm late, man. Look, man, today Tuesday. Shit just be rough sometimes. Then the damn thing don't want to fire up like you wanted to, so put me a little bit behind. But guess what? I'm still here. We still here. Big shout out again to all my people out there on the back street. Big shout out to all my peeps in the Shark Tank. Let me see. Dog Father, I see you, fam. Y'all don't forget to hit them like buttons. My little open day gonna be like real nice and short. Cause you know, today Tuesday and they ain't trying to make this a long night. Hey, but check the. Okay. Hold on. Hello? You know, first thing I want to get out the way, y'all know, when we sit back and we think about the dogs and stuff, you know, the American Pit Bull Terrier, from the first time that we had them to the first time that we really got serious, you know, it was just like, dogs was like owning a dog. But then when you get some special kind of dogs, you know, remember at some point in our lives and our dealings with these dogs, we had to have a start. You know, and maybe some of our start wasn't as hard as it would be for others, and keep these things in mind. Kind of look at the time period. Look where we were. We're right there in North Carolina, right in the heat of, you know, bulldog country, as far as I know. Knowing what I know now, but back then didn't know that much. So having experience dealing with Doberman pinchers and just dealing with dogs, you already had experience with the dog. So when we did get these dogs, you didn't know much about the dogs. But you're taking it from that's that beginning point, that start situation. Don't know nothing about the people who gave us the dogs, don't know nothing about the bloodline. All we know is we got these dogs, and they're supposed to be good fighting dogs. That's how we looking at them. I'm running around with the sheriff, and I'm talking to these white guys, and they think highly of them. So hell, we jump right in, 10 toes down. But then remember, you guys, you're taking that way of thinking from the very beginning. To me, that's what the green part was. Remember, we wasn't really dealing with weights, you know what I mean, and all having to come in at a certain weight. All we knew is put the dog in shape. I mean, we from the Noose River to walking through the whole city to riding bikes, just trying to get a dog what we consider shape. Not really. I don't even think Mo was really paying attention to the food and how they ate. He was more in just the exercising and the swimming and getting them right type. Made them. For us back then, it was they look good. You already know how they act. They look good. They look muscular. To us that was right. But as time went on, you got better. Your way of thinking and your knowledge, it does get better. But it's all going to be based on what made it better. See, when you're going through these individual stages that life throws out at you, even in these dogs, you're going to be going through them things, as far as these dogs concerned, the good and the bad, and all the ugly. But we try to put everybody at that, get an understanding. We didn't start off like this. And we understand all the bumps and the bruises and the headaches and the letdowns. But then along the way, when we can sit here now and look back on all of that, and we talk about the bruises and the bloods and the Maydays and the Satans and all the fellas back there in them time periods, each one of them had a very special part in the growth. See, my thing is understanding how we started and why did we continuously get better and grow. See, all that shit it didn't just happen. It happens in stages. It happens in how you treat people. It's so much involved. It happens because of your knowledge. We try to just throw it out there, because we lived it, and we can tell you how we pretty much got to where we got to. Tell you about all the dogs that got lost, all the little crazy deals, everything that comes with it, but you're still looking to be better. Better dogs, better breeding. I mean, everything was always going to be about the dogs. All the way down to when you get in, you move to another state, and you just don't come in with the small yard. You come right in with a plan and just create this big old yard. Big yard full of just nothing but dogs. And had a dream of what that yard was going to look like. Because by that time, things had already been planned. And when I still look back on the dogs prior to us getting here in Florida and starting something totally new based on what we were bringing with us to start here. All the different bloodlines and the great dogs that we actually had prior to that moment. A lot of great dogs in that time period. A lot of great dog men. Got a chance to see a whole lot of things that made you want to be, like them. Not just sitting back admiring their work, but sitting back understanding the work and the product and what it takes to have that type of product. See, it got real serious. It's more than just feeding dogs when you're really trying to be better at whatever you choose to be better at, because it does take a lot of work. It it takes time, you know. And you can't be kennel blind to what you do. That's supposed to be, one of the ingredients, almost set like the foundation of anything that you do in life. You better know what you're fixing to be doing and what it takes to get it done. That's, on any plan, that right there, you got to stand on that because you building everything up from that moment right there. And maybe it did have a way of thinking for us of why we seem to get better to what we wanted to create and do and be like them. Through all the kids playing with the dogs, to all raising all them puppies, all that feeding to where you just amass a whole big yard of nothing but dogs that chew bread. Nothing but. That's all out there. That's why people used to come and see everything on the yard looked alike. 95% of it. Every bit of it looked alike because it was bread right there amongst what was right there. Now look at the years it took to do that. Well, you take all them breedings and you're watching them go up. But the fun thing about it for us is we still had dogs that we could play with. Everything else, it was the everyday process. You still was gonna get up and clean shit and feed and do all the things that you do with all the puppies and giving them that affection and being able to put them on the four-wheeler and kids taking off with dogs. I mean, it was just a whole lot of that going on, and it just didn't happen overnight. All that took a whole lot of time to see and watch how it grew up, what was involved with it growing up, what was the calling process look like, what was the schooling process, what was the relationships between each and every one of these animals. Trust me, fellas. When we sit here and we talk about these dogs, you have to understand we're not just talking about, a hit and run or, a one hit wonder type of situation. We sit here and talk about what it really felt like and what it really was about when you was trying to get into something and be able to maintain a status. And when I say maintain a status, because who plays anything and don't want to be the best at it? I mean, if you ain't in it to win it, then what are you doing it for? Regardless of whatever it is. And if you got that drive and ambition to be able to do that, and you're not going to lie to yourself, you 9 times out of 10, you're going to create and get to your dream. Your dream depends on the amount of work that you put in it. And to sit back and look at the results of your work makes it even better. But it makes you now a student of your own work because now you have to be able to maintain that to move forward, to be even better. Because that's what this game was consistent of all the way back to the old school. They were always trying to make things better. As individuals, as individual dog men, as you move into the future, please understand this and take this note with you. These dogs weren't meant for everybody. And they have the love of the dogs and then understanding the game. Regardless of what you try to do with it, that dog is only going to be what you choose to make that dog. If you want to make him the best treadmill runner or wall climber, trust and believe you're going to put in just as much work as we was putting in back in our day. Because it's all about winning. It's all about having the best product. Don't shy away from that. Don't shy away from, we don't shy away from talking about it. Because you have to understand how you going to keep putting in all this work and doing all this and don't have nothing to show for it. Not to everybody else, but what about yourself? How about yourself first? having that much confidence in it where you don't have to really worry about saying nothing about your shit. Your shit gonna speak for itself. Not wanting to be bragging on the shit. I'm not, no, never got into that bragging shit because it was never about bragging. It was always gonna be about competition. See, I always look at the person who was always bragging as the one I think we need to go get. We need to go get that one. You know what I mean? Because he don't seem like he have no problems the way he talking. So we can, put him on the list, see what he really got. That was for me by nature. That we sit back and chill out and just watch you talking and then slide in there. See, that shit only worked for a little while though. It only worked for a little while because when you get out there and you got the right shit and you run on with the right people, you're going to be able to put that competitive, likelihood that you think you're working with, and you're going to get out there and put it to the test and let your results speak for itself. You do enough of that, you got a kind of a different understanding of now, you know, doesn't bother you to travel. It doesn't bother you who the who is. But then imagine what it takes to be in that position. See, I don't think there's enough gratitude given to all them journals and all those magazines and all them stories about what it really took to be able to be people to even talk about you. You know how big this game is. We can go through all these journals and these dog of the year books, and and there's so many people in there you don't know, you never ever heard of. There's so many great people in areas that you've never heard of. But then imagine what it's like to hear people that that everybody heard of. So does that make them special to me? Yes, it makes them special in a game that's that big. Because there has to be something special to make people even want to talk about you. The ones that don't get heard, and they be offering them, them cuts out there because, again, remember I could tell you about the journal. The journal, damn it, Mo gonna go through the damn journal. I'm hoping he just. It's so many things and so many people that made up all that activity to be able to shine over all that going on was something special. And tonight we're gonna talk about one I think was special as hell because we had a whole lot to do with that whole situation when they was puppies. A man that didn't nobody eat. I mean, you know how you find a hidden gem, like you out there just playing around, and all of a sudden you stumble upon this shiny ass rock, and what I mean, kick a little shit up, it look like little crystals, then all of a sudden, be a little diamond situation, like a diamond in the rough. You just fell up on it. This is what Satan comes from. A line of dogs that, again, old man just bred dogs. I knew he was one of them old men who've been breeding dogs for years just for his purpose. That all he done was breed dogs. I mean, he didn't have a purpose, or wasn't for the box. This was just his thing, to breed his type of dogs a certain type of way. So when you know these type of stories and then you see the outcome and you can speak on it in history, I try to keep everybody grounded to the point that, only reason we can do this because we live this. Only reason people can talk about it because they had to have done it. So their understanding of their journey in the dog game depends on their own experience. We just had a lot of experience. I just put it out there. I'm gonna just put it out there, yeah, because that's what we wanted to do. Not everybody has to be like that. Just because we were like that don't make us better than nobody. But then it, you know, try to bring to the reality part of why we talk about certain people and certain kennels and certain dogs and everybody know them. That makes them a little bit different. They're just not no, one hit wonders. They're actually a part of the game that everybody can talk about. If you're in it, and those who don't know try to make it a point to where they can know, it's all about the game. To understand and moving forward, future is going to do the same thing that the past did. You don't still follow those steps regardless of what direction you go in and how you do it. In order for anything to change and be worthy of talk about, it's going to be only worthy through your ability to create the product. How much work did you put into that product? That's what gets your respect. Well, you don't have to ask for nothing. You don't even have to look for it. It's going to be automatically given to you because your accolades are something that you can't run from. But I hope you get in the habit to appreciate those accolades because you have to understand what came with you in those accolades. They can hate on it all they want, but guess what? You can't change the fact that, I'm just saying, you put in the work, this is what he got. You can hate on that, but then what you got? You putting in the work like he putting in the work because he putting in the work. You can see it. The haters generally, conversation kind of get like, a little loud and everything because they really don't have nothing and they don't have nothing to stand on. But how that embarrassing feeling is. You see them all the time. They jump out there and they just have something to say. It don't have nothing to do with the whole conversation because actually the conversation started out pretty good until, you fire back like that because that's how hate shit go. And, some of them hater raiders situations always been a part of the game. But the way you used to handle it back then, you was matching a dog. It wasn't all about, this or all of that. No, you go get a dog. You don't have a dog. You don't have a dog to come up with a dog. Go get your friend dog. You talk so damn much. You know so and so. Go get his dog. Hell, bring him with you. Or your mouth is, we in here we talking about bulldogs. You ain't got nothing, and you need to shut it down, cuz. And 9 times out of 10, everybody in the room gonna feel the same damn way. But when you hanging around people who do dogs, that conversation could turn into some of the best matches you ever want to see in your life. Being able to see some of them matches and knowing how they all came into play. A lot of them just felt I could think I could beat that dog. I got Jolene back here. Shit. I got something for her ass. Man, that's just the way the game rolls. So when we talk about this and we have these conversations and we back here on the bus, trying to give you every aspect of why and how and when it got to that certain point and put yourself in our shoes. Live that kind of life, that, yeah, you know what it is to clean up shit. You know what it is to take care of them and give them the medicine and keep them warmed out and keep them warm throughout the weather and keep them cool and shaded. All the crazy shit that comes with the love of a damn American Pit Bull Terrier. When you have that, and you experiencing that, and you put years into doing that, then I would think it would be easy for a lot of y'all to feel exactly the way we felt while we were doing it and how we were doing it and to the degree we chose to do it at. Not bragging on it, but just imagine if you was just to be able to put in that much work and have a goal and to succeed to that goal and always know that you could be better and be willing to take your experience and pass it forward. Yes, people will talk about you, even if you don't want them to talk about you. But then there's those some of us that don't mind getting out here talking about it. That's the whole purpose of the game. Sharing the experience, sharing the entertainment, sharing the knowledge. It's all about the American Pit Bull Terrier. Enjoy that part of the game. And if you've never been a part of it, sit back and just enjoy what you're hearing. Because there's going to be that moment that every one of us used to be you. And for you to know that you could be any one of us. Is are you willing to put in the work? That's where I'm at with tonight, fellas. That's my word of wisdom when we're talking about these dogs. You know, it's all about the entertainment and the knowledge and the ability to share your experience. We all have our own experiences. That comes with the game. But we're only going to talk about our experience simply because it's our experience with the game. Be able to share that for y'all and pass it forward. Take advantage and use what you want to use. But whatever you do, as long as you're dealing with these dogs, be all in or get the all the way out. Deuces. So you, Mo. All the way in. Get that all the way out, bro. Well, you jumped out of there so quick. No lead up to nothing. Just, I'm out. Say his little shit and run. And they look at me like, oh, this is the church. Damn chair. What's up, everybody? Hey, what's up, y'all? Here we go. You know, Reverend Mike, you know how he is. He gonna tell you about the American Pit Bull Terrier. Better listen. That is the common version coming from me. Y'all already know my conversation. He be saying it all nice and knowing he ain't that damn nice. Somebody come in that room talking shit, it's like he must be talking about everybody here because he must not be talking about me. That's how he is. He's one of them kind. He sit in the room, somebody coming in talking all him. I ain't gonna say nothing. But he don't think he talking about him. He don't feel like he in that category. But if you go zooming in, man, he better have some dogs. Because somebody gonna say something like, man, what do you got? You bragging, but you ain't saying nothing about no lockup, no weights. You lodging in the room. You lodging in the room. But you ain't saying that. That's what we all here for today. That's what we all here for today. You talking about no backroom rows and how Jimmy G did and her role and all. We don't hear about your shit tonight, man. We gonna do some real shit. Shut up. Unless you try to hook, man, sit down. I knew you wasn't talking about me. I knew it. You just had to slide your ass over here. Yeah, man, that's how you gotta do them, man. That's how it is in the dark. You know, in the dark, we was hungry. These is dog, man. I'm pointing out, man. They was. You go through these books, man. It's bad when you didn't. You ain't in the book, okay? So you have all the reason to talk shit about the book because you just never did it. But you know, it's a good thing for us to do it. It gives us a chance to show history of the real shit. We don't have to listen to nobody tell us they bullshit. So that's why I like the journal. You know what I'm saying? I ain't got to do too much talking about shit. I can really point out shit. You know, when there was a time that we could put our reports in a book that really set the groundwork for the very things that y'all do with y'all dogs today. And for real. Because without it, y'all ain't no way in the hell y'all gonna convince me that y'all would know how to breed Maurice Carver dogs and anything else without the growth of what the journal provided to the game. You know? Because, you know, it was Mike check. Mike check 1 2. Mike check 1 2. You back. Okay, I'm back. What's up? Okay, hold on. Huh? And there you go. Eat your food. I'm sitting right here where the microphone is so close to my face. It's usually more than ever. Break it down. Break it down. See, he ain't even showing up over here. So don't worry about it. Okay, would you tell me to speak up? Hey, I'm all close to the mic. Y'all see this? Hold on, y'all. Hey, y'all. Oh, shoot. That ain't the one. What the heck happened just there? Hey, y'all, that's what we digging in today. How do I do like this? Yeah. Yep, 1990, 1991, 92. You know how we always talk about the 90s, early 90s. Like I said, it really started cranking up around 87, 88, 89. And that's on the real. Because a lot of the old school dog men were getting established and they was really busy selling these dogs. And these dogs they were selling, they was match dogs. So this is a big shout out to Mr. Schoolboy Richard Garcia. You know, yeah, that's him coming through for me again. He gave me a couple of them, especially this one here. You know, this is a good one because this is like what everybody always talked about when it comes to the 90s. So, you know what I'm saying? Give me a chance to open it up. Now, I know Mike was talking about Satan, so before I dive deep into the book, I'm going to get Satan out the way. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to get him out the way. So, when I get out of there with him, that should just give you an idea of what we was doing. You know, that's the key. What was going on. Hold on, guys. I'm looking for something right quick. Bear with me. It's not a smart book. I'm almost there, guys. I'm almost there. There you go. That's BLB's grand champion Satan. You know, if you look at the pedigree as it says, you know, some few of these names in Satan's pedigree are recognizable. Most of them are not well-known dogs or popular bloodlines. However, for the better part of the 3 years, he won over some highly touted dogs from several different sections of the country. See, this is the good thing about the journal. See, I don't have to brag and talk about Satan, you know what I'm saying? And here I can actually, you know, show y'all and talk about it. You know what I'm saying? When we talk about the people that he whooped. Let's keep in mind now. Let's keep in mind. This is bulldoggy. This is what you call bulldogging. When you got one, and it really don't matter. You know, and he gathered up steam. You know, yeah, there was a reason why Grand Champion Lionhead stayed down there where he was at. Because he was the only one left. He was the only one left. But you see how they talked about it. You know, I told J-Bo, because that always puts me back to when, you know, J-Bo was doing his contest. You know what I mean? And that's where, you know, when I was up there and we put up Satan, you see, we could do this with Satan and have a point to make. You know, it's not the same thing as being judged, you know, and then, you know, you can't do this. You know, it's a lot of conversating and not no reading. So that's where the journal, to me, plays in my favor in a whole lot of ways when it comes to people talking about the past and those who didn't make it into the journal. Not taking nothing away from you, but it's so much easier to point out what we was doing, especially when it comes to talking about it now. Where you can read, you can see. That's telling you what we was doing. I ain't got to talk about it. I can point it out. You know? Referees in that one at 34, that's not Walt, that's Nate. Nate Abraham refereed that match with True Colors. Like you said, this was the fun part about traveling. You know, getting around and enjoying the ride. But as you can see, it started in '89. Nobody know nothing about that dog. About his bloodline, you know, how he was bred, you know. Just know he was a black dog. And, you know, definitely had a following. And when we talk about the old man, you know, it ain't too many people know his bloodline and stuff like that. Well, they was right. But we're going to go look a little deeper into it right quick. Let's see if I can pull him up. I'll show you his line. I can go in and dive in on the time and all that right quick. You know, before I leave it, I will dive in
after I show you why this dog was such a bulldog. Okay. It's like you don't recognize much. That's what he said, but we recognize Grand Champion Candyman, Upper Midnight Cowboy and Grand Champion Candy. We recognize them. We recognize Dolomite. You know, you see what he bred like. We click on just Dolomite, right? Who is a sibling? Yeah, that's a sibling. And we know about him, and he wasn't a 7-time winner, he was a 9-time winner. You see how he bred? You see how he bred? So that's recognizable. Right? That's recognizable. Oh, that's recognizable. I see some recognizable stuff up in there, don't you? You kind of understand how he's bred. This old man was doing this, but as you paying attention, ain't we recognizing how he's really bred? He's definitely an Eli dog. And he's definitely coming off some straight killers. So it shouldn't have been no secret that this old man had ran up on this stuff because, he was breeding for it. Look, this is him breeding all this. Remember, he got a daughter of a Grand Champion Luther and his little mate brother blood all up in that Dottie bit. All up in there. And then I'm always talking about Sam Lambert. That's the same Sam Lambert that we be talking about when we be talking about Tornado. The same guy. PA. Same guy I told you Paul sent those dogs to that created the bottom side of Tornado. Same dude. So, he's recognizable definitely to me. And when we look at him, we see what he's doing. It's definitely recognizable. You know what I'm saying? That's more Eli right in here. We know what that is, all this. Just wanted to make sure y'all caught that part right there. You know what I'm saying? So, was he scatterbred? Nowhere in there. Nowhere in there. Remember, I did the top and the bottom. Spice. That's Spice. Ain't much known about his pedigree because you didn't have pairs online running around pressing it out there saying, what are you talking about? We knew about how he was bred. I can click on every one of these and they got a line crossed to it. This old man was sitting up there, he knew what he was doing. That's the dog. Satan is the dog that, like I said, We went and saw 3 litter mates. It was 3 of them. That's them right there. This one he went back and got. But this one, Satan, Timex, and this female here, I think it was a female. Yeah, it was a female because Satan and Timex was the only males. But it was 3 of them dogs out there running in the fence. Like I was telling you guys before, there was 3 of them running around in the fence. It was black dogs. It was big dogs too. Like to me, they was big, and they was very aggressive. They were like guard dogs. And the man said, "Oh, don't let that protection the way they is in the fence. Don't let that fool you, cause they'll kick a dog's ass too." He said they'll kick a dog's ass too. So I'm telling you, I got mine. He paid $350 for Satan, and I paid $300 for Timex. Yeah, these ain't little dogs. These is not little dogs. But they was young, but not that young. I can tell you right off the bat, y'all, these was bulldogs. I mean, look. Satan went to win 5. Timex never cut the corner because he got poisoned. But this female, that female was just as rough as Satan. She lost going into a champion and was going for a grand championship. But she was still game. A game Eli dog. Bred a funny way, but definitely an Eli dog with ability. Look at her offspring. See that? That's her offspring. She should be a POR because she had old Lester. He was a 2-time winner. He lost on for number 3. Charlie, again, this is the Satan stuff, right? And this is my KP, went in half and they went and got this dog. Now, Great Lester had the dog. That's Bluegrass Kennels. Remember the Bluegrass? He had Wrangler. So he had the Red Boy, Yellow John stuff, and he had the Jeep stuff. So he definitely carried 2 different lines on his yard. Ask Louisiana Combine. This dog here, his sibling, there's another dog I'll show you. He's in the book right along with Satan. This dog right here. Yeah, that dog right there, his little mate brother. That's his little mate brother right there. There you go. That's what this dog. No, that ain't real. No. I mean, I know that ain't real. Somebody got some frozen sperm. Yeah, okay. Same with this one. Yeah. If he did, y'all, we know it. I know about this one. That's so Fred. He was a good dog. This is all off of Shy Girl was a nice one. But all they did was just took, I mean, we seen Kobe in there, back there in the back. So when you added the Jeep, and it's probably why it works so well because all these guys, these every one of them was putting in some work, even the females. I mean, her mama put in the work. It was just a line of dogs, man, that they was definitely high quality match dogs. That's what I'm gonna say about them. They was definitely this man definitely had a gold mine. What he was doing back here, he knew exactly what he was doing back here. Because what he created up here, Satan wasn't no joke. Charlie was the one, I guess I'm always saying it, not trying to be funny or nothing. I'm just saying, this dog would have been a good dog. That would have been I mean, that's how they made good matches, man. Because both, if you look at Tyrone and Charlie's pedigree, those dogs are great. And I always say, you know, not I don't know too many champions who don't have a great pedigree. And to me, this dog had a great pedigree. When I'm looking at the results of the dogs and the dogs that's coming out of them, that's what I'm on. And this is not even Satan. This is the sister. We playing over here in the sister. See how she bred a grand champion of Satan. Done this before. Oh, what they do, they added some Zebo and more art Eli on it. Inbred. So still throwing. Should be another one named Black and White. Yeah. Yeah, we even tried that too. And it worked. You're gonna add something to stand up on, it has something to stand on. Because it sure as hell didn't hurt. Wish we could have got more of this. Again, that's that KP at work. Looks like that little female off of May too. Little Mayday, don't it? That little female called it a little bad bitch up of Kunta. Same little market. Yeah, my thing is, let me go back here before I cut it off. Yeah, I can move on, but I just wanted to make sure it all started. It all started right here. You know what I mean? It all started right there. If you don't know, what was going on with the dog, because the dog was all that, and what came off of that once we started seeing that going on, all that other stuff is the after effects. And believe me, man, this dog was all that. Well, them was one of them ones where the bigger, the better. Everybody had a chance, and we ran around with him. The dog had a fan club. Akron was running tight with him. And then Cleveland jumped on the bandwagon. So you see the kennels that we going into. So when I talk about Satan, you know what I mean? It's y'all to be able to say, well, I saw he went into everybody we know. He went into everybody we know. Y'all might not know Lil Wayne. But Lil Wayne was the first victim. He is a good dog, man. That's why he got a 1. Me and Lil Wayne was the one that rode up to Windy City when we first went up there and seen Bob Lowry. I was riding with Lil Wayne. Lil Wayne was a bulldog. He had to have the best bred shit. He was up there breeding his bull's bitch, the Hollandworth. I mean, not bull, but that Jose's bull. Yeah, Grand Champion Jose's bull. You know what I'm saying? But that's Lil Wayne. But that's Satan. And this is in the 90s, y'all. Y'all see the times. 89, 90, all the way up to 92. Mike, before I get off, anybody got anything to say? Any comments? Before I get off, guys? Because I ain't looking at the chats. I'm just going through. Anybody got any questions before I drop it down? The next time somebody asks me who he beat, was he in one circle or a couple circles? We was wherever we had to go. He was just a good bulldog, complete. I mean, he makes the Eli stuff look good. And this old man, he had these dogs, man, and he had these dogs living together, running around. These very dogs, they was running around in the same fence. Bet you wouldn't walk up in that yard though. I can guarantee he didn't have to worry about his dog getting stolen. And these dogs separated from each other, was going out whooping everybody. Run around in the fence together and get out there and create this kind of noise. So this is the kind of shit we talk about when we talk about neighborhood shit. We get on the train. We coming. Wherever it leads us. That's where we wanted to go. Because he was that good. The only one that got away, we wanted to get Lionhead. St. Bones Grand Champion Lionhead and Satan would have been a great one. Can't say we just was talking. After who we beat, talking pretty confident. We was real confident, okay? Believe me. Texas, here we coming. You open your door. We ain't even asking you to travel. We coming to you. No. Okay. Hold on, y'all. Now I can go into some other stuff. So ain't nobody has no questions, no comments, nothing to read out, nothing. Okay. We'll keep it moving then. Okay, I'm back. Well, since we off of Satan, I'm gonna show you another good one. Y'all probably see videos of one of these. I just wanted to see which one y'all tell me which one it is, okay? All right, this is new. This is another one. Another great dog right here. Rebel Kennels Grand Champion Samson. I know a lot of you guys don't recognize them names, but you know, back then in 88, 89, 90, shit was hitting the fan. Like I said, they was really doing some bulldogging, and Ricky Jones was definitely that guy. I mean, if you had a good dog, who wouldn't want to take their shit into Ricky Jones? No, that was one of those things when Ricky had the dogs to do you. You know what I'm saying? Samson was that bulldog. I think a couple of people, can anybody tell me which one we used to catch out there on the internet? What match on this sheet y'all can say y'all seen before? You gotta check the chats on that question. You know which one, Mike? See if anybody else got that one. Anybody else get that? Anybody else got it? I said, what match on this page have anybody ever seen the video on it? Well, which one? There's not even a book on here. Okay, well, for those who want to know, the third match, let's see what. Yep, Kenny Allen's in the A-team Zinger. As you see, there's a 2 behind him. Zinger was a good dog. For those who scan the internet, maybe you guys haven't seen it, but you can find that match right there out there on the internet. Rubber Kennels, Sampson, and Zinker. Yeah, the little black dog, he was pretty nice. He just didn't have the strength and the power to hang in there with Sampson. And then Sampson went on to win 2 more. Yogi gave him about the toughest match. Oh, Yogi. That Salty Dog gave him about his toughest match. But look how far he came up. Zinger was a good one. But to be honest, you see how much more they brought him up some. But all in all, the dog was a very hard dog to just beat. It was one of them kind of dogs. He wasn't going to beat him. And you see how he's bred. Look how he's bred. Another very well good bred dog. Bulldog at that. You see Indian Sonny, you see Havana Danny, you see the Tennessean, Old Man Joyner. All get kennels. But going to be a good kennel because, Ricky Jones had a target on him. Ricky Jones couldn't never make grand champion Sampson if it don't be for these people taking a shot at his ass. You see Ricky didn't care about weight. He played with a couple different weights to get on. He was definitely accommodating. That dog went a couple different weights. And he was a beast. He was a beast. It's just a matter of time. He gonna get you. He gonna get you. It's just a matter of time. Ricky had a very badass dog. That dog was bad. Well, I know what he sold a lot of his good dogs. He was quick to sell his good dogs. Yeah, Ricky was quick to sell a good dog like that. That's how the dog ended up way over there in Coisa, some down wherever it was. You know what I'm saying? Because he sold dogs. Trying to give some good ones. Okay. That sound good. Another good one. I know y'all heard of Noonie. For those who be around out here in the internet world, Noonie be doing, had some people had the great pleasure of getting an interview with Noonie. Like I said, bred by Noonie, by breeding his bitch to one of Irish Jerry's dogs. A 5-time winner in the Great Lakes area where the competition has gotten tougher and tougher with each passing year. And now they're in the 80s saying that. They're in the 80s saying that. My man, Ohio Cass, that's him right there. Wildcat, that's my man who, who took us under his wing in Ohio when we lost with judo. But you see, he went the longest with him. That's another good one. He knocked off Clyde, and the homeboy still went after him. And then there go Lil Wayne again. You got Lil Wayne hooking up with McNass with the Tiger Dog. Yeah, them matches do be getting rough. Tell you what, nothing. Everybody was getting them. Everybody was trying to get on. You're gonna see some. This is in the early '90s and stuff. So y'all, I'm gonna go through them. As I go through them, y'all, anybody got anything to say? Y'all put it in the chat before I leave it. Again, another good BRED dog. I was bred into that champion Napoleon, that snooty Hannah Patch breeding. See, Noonie and them had the Napoleon dog. Yeah, another good friend of mine, good friend. For those who know me, all you gotta do is say, the twins, yeah, you done with Mike and Reese. Yeah, I know them boys. Because we seen them all. Another good one. That was another good one. All right, guys, give me a second here. I like pulling out the good ones, man, that, we call them standouts. Because it took good matches to put them in. Here go the next one right here, guys. Grand Champion Joey. Another the dog that moved around the country. Went into anything and everything that moved. Another good BRED dog. I mean, you can't really tell, but yes, you can. Yes, you can. They got part of his pedigree, but I'll just dive in there and start breaking it down for you. Matter of fact, y'all want me to, I'll go ahead and break it and show you why he was the bulldog that he was. And you notice we messing with Eli dogs. We're still messing with Eli dogs. You got Durant, you got Suburbanite Paul, they all up in the Michigan area, Texas. PA over there with Bones in them. Shankbone, same dudes that had Lionhead. Knocked them out in 15 minutes. Kirkland game was roughest match. And then Waldo, that's the match they did, they're supposed to have been on the Night of Champions. This one right here. Night of Champions, they did it that morning, and that evening we all got busted. Got raided. Nothing but grand champions and champions going that night. They raided the spot before it even got started. But they did those two dogs early that morning. Another good bred dog, good dog in history. Remember, you have to do this right down here for him to become the dog that he came up here. You had to have these people down here believing that they could beat this dog. And I say that in the journal because it's so easily overlooked. You know what I mean? This part down here is always overlooked. You gotta remember, for these dogs to become this, they gotta go through this. I'm just showing you the ones, them dogs that get out there and go through this. So when we talk about Joy, y'all see what Joy did to get there. Why do we talk about Joy? That's why. All good dog, man, that he whooped. Yeah, I want to show y'all one that y'all people don't barely talk a lot about. You know, very few people out here talk about this dog right here. And this dog represented the Boyle's dog. Back to me, he did it bigger than handicap. So he said Jeremiah 1 in Fast Company in Florida. You know what I mean? Now, based on his times, he's either going to be a turning dog or he's going to be a killing dog. You just tell me. He was definitely the Boyle's dog. And he had good referees. They were Vanna Danny, Hurricane Kennels, and Headhunter. Well, the best match was down there with Jerry Lee. But you hardly ever hear people talking about this one right here. That Van Sandstorm, she was a good producer. You know, there was some pretty nice dogs that came up out of that. That Burgess Cindy off of Smokey and Dirty Mary, another good breed. And that Burgess stuff, it definitely helped out too. Yeah, that Smokey dog, I mean, we've got Lucky Stripes was bred like that. You know? Okay, Mike. Nobody saying nothing yet, huh? My man Vernon Starr said Boone was at the Zinc match, and Zinc was the better dog, but he just wasn't in good shape. Well, that's true. Yeah, that's true. He just wasn't in the shape. He wasn't. He wasn't in. It just, Samson was stronger than him, period. He got wore down because Samson was just stronger than him. You know, he did good, but Samson was stronger than him. You know, the little black dog had heart, but Samson was just stronger than him, and that wore him out. You know, he could have been in the wrong way, but it started off being a good one. But in the latter parts of it, you could tell that Samson was just steady booming, and Zinker was sinking. And he had his times where he would give us all. So Zinker wasn't no pushover either. But when a dog wear you down and you ain't got no get back, maybe we're still talking about conditioning. And big as that match was, failure in the conditioning, the owner would have to own that and step up to that and say that, he beat me through conditioning. Because when you come in and you wash that dog and you step over in that box, you better hope like hell that, if you ain't got it in conditioning, you shouldn't be going into such a great dog that you can count on going to have it in conditioning. And that's just a word of advice. All of us make mistakes and give some dogs unneeded wins based on our behavior, because that's exactly what you're giving. You're giving them a win. Bottom line, your mistake, hey, that means they ain't have to work hard to take advantage of it. So regardless, if he went in there and fell short, he was still put in shape. He was still washed and brought over inside the box. And yes, he did get wore down. He did not have nothing in him he looked like he was going to stop Samson that night. Okay. He showed his heart, but he was definitely on a bulldog. I don't take nothing away from no little black dog. Come on, little black puffy dog. Dog was muscled up. He was muscled up. Maybe that was his problem. He was too muscled up. And that lactic acid just started sucking the life out of him. Because he really didn't have the air, if you want to know the truth of it, but then to be muscled up and still not be strong as Samson, you know what I'm saying? But Samson was still getting it in, even though Zinger was making a match of it. You could just tell that, how long is this going to go?
Somebody asked about Chico Nicholas said, who would win between Jeremiah and Handicap Twin?
Well, I'm going to put it like this. Jeremiah won in an area where, we bulldogging. Now, I ain't taking nothing away from Handicap about who he was bulldogging. But if I could find him in here and look at his record compared to Jeremiah fought better dogs. I'll go look just to make sure, but we could pull up Handicap's match report. Let me put him back up. If we put him on his match reports up, go back to it. See his match reports. He got all ones. So he bulldogging it, and he got all good referees. He bulldogging. Jeremiah had to get his in. Now, I can almost tell you, and give Mike a chance to see if he can find handicaps in there somewhere. Anybody got a pedigree, a match report on it? We're gonna take a minute here and give Mike a chance to scan through there and make sure it's not in there. I'm not for sure. But I think Jeremiah probably would have got handicap, because they're two Bulls dogs. Yeah, that's a good one. Okay, hold on, guys. There you go. Now we're looking at handicap shit. Okay, we got them beating up on up. We got the So-So Boys in there. They got a 2 on that one, and handicap killing shit. They say he was down in the deep south against credible competition. The So-So Boys and the Hooterville Boys, you know, them is definitely good ones right there now. And I don't know. Maybe they just and handicap a little dog. You see, he's like, look, they got him low as 36. So you know a 36-pound Boyle's dog is a killer. I just gotta tell you like that. Now, if Jeremiah was down there at 36, he would have caught hell at 36. And the only reason I say that because the So-So Boys, they bring rough ass dogs. They bring some pretty rough dogs. And for a handicap to go in there and smash their ass in 36, you know what I'm saying? You got to give him his props at 36. Who the Boys, you know, they had some pretty good dogs, but shit, they lost twice. It took a whole year break to try to come back and get some ass. Damn near a year and a half. It's definitely over a year, about a year and a half. Hell, we were making him a grand champion. He beat us. Well, he did. And y'all gave him a good one. Y'all gave him his longest one at 46 minutes, so they thought they had a plan. They did his lasted a little longer. That's what they say about that before I get off of that. Anybody want to check out something, have something to say before I get up off of that? Again, another great BRED dog. I don't know if Jeremiah's way well. I didn't really pay attention. But while we're on that right there, right quick, we're gonna slide down here since we got Ace up here. We're gonna slide Ace up there right quick. All right, there go Ace. Like I said, he wasn't no little dog. Like I said, they was playing down there in that Dixie line area, you know what I'm saying? That Dixie line area, you know, you go in there with a killer, you can get to him. They had good game dogs, but you go in there with them killers, they gonna get them out of there. You know, and this dog right here, Rocky, the one got the one on him. You know, that is champion Rocky there. Yeah. That went on to be champion Rocky there. And he ended up losing another one. He lost the buck. You know? Anybody got something to say on that while I'm moving? Oh shit. Where'd that go? Oh, I'm back. Okay, there he is. And that was these are just the grand champions that we sliding through right quick here, y'all. I'll show you another bad one. It would be cool if I can get my homie up on there. But damn, there he is. He beat some bad ones his damn self. Look, Jesse Rod, Bounty Hunter, the Cunninghams. Come on now. You got Hargroves, the ref. Vanna Chico, good referees. shit, he did better with Jesse Rod in old Outlaw. Outlaw gave him a little run because look how big he is. He gave him 2 pounds. He came up to knock him off. And you see he was, look how he did Shocker. Look how he did Bounty Hunter. You know what I'm saying? The many well-known dog men consider him one of the best match dogs in modern times. You know, that would have been, like I said, BJ and Charlie and Tyrone would have been a hell of a match. That's all I'm saying. I'm going to always say that. Because they both were some bulldogs. But you see who he whooped, he wasn't playing either. So it was definitely one for the ages. That would have been definitely one for the ages right there. You got to just, you know, it never happened, but just the fact that those 2 great dogs was lined up, it would have been better than Jeep and Homer. It'd have been better than Jeep and Homer. There was 2 badass dogs going to run into each other. You know, that Satan shit was already running around making a name for itself because you couldn't stop it. You couldn't beat it. You know, that's why them 2 hooked up. You know, you bulldogging, that's how they hook up. The best will run into the best. That's what this is about. This is what it's about. Even the great names that you see and y'all be breeding and all, you see they do lose. But they lose to great dogs. Another very well good bred dog. For sure. I'm back. Okay. That was a good one, y'all. I had to, you know, anybody got anything to say about that? Shout out to Bakari for having a badass dog. That's all. You know, Fat Bill was pretty active back then too, though, y'all. He had a couple of nice ones. He had that zero dog. You know, he had some pretty nice ones, and you'll find him out here a lot. You know, if he was on the show, I'll be running all through his stuff to show him, you know, that he had some real, he was bulldogging it big time too. I'm trying to find, let me see. He had like a gym there, I'm trying to find. Where's she at? Where's she at? I'm trying to find Tater. They was talking about Luger the other day. I'm gonna show him old Luger. Y'all talking about Luger earlier. Remember yesterday when in our last show we were talking about the Stone City dog Luger. There go Luger wins right there. 27, 58, and 22. Black and white dog won all 3 of his over there in Puerto Rico. Puerto Rico is not an easy place to win. Game Jane was over there in Puerto Rico. Game Jane is Tommy Boy's mama. Yellow Buck, all them bulldogs over there in Puerto Rico. That is not, you want to talk about Cajun country, you better be talking about Puerto Rico. For you to go in there and whoop, like, you know, the Latin Horsemen, they was pretty good dudes. But to go in there and whoop these dogs as quick as these Luger was doing it, and he threw some real nice dogs. He threw some real nice dogs. That was the other funny thing about it. That's one of the ones you can breed. You can breed her to a Malinois, and she's gonna throw you a match dog. Talking about that cold bitch, awesome baby. Because she definitely produced a good bulldog then. Yeah, here we go. Trying to find a little tape. Yeah, as I go through them, yeah, I'm gonna keep on talking. Another good Eli dog. Here go one. Hurricane Kennels boss man. Oh shit. Another good bred dog. You know, for him to go in and smash the dog like he was smashing. Look, he went in against Ninja at catch weight. You just bring the best weight. Damn it. You know what I'm saying? Big boss man. Another good bred dog. I'm gonna slide this one down here. We're talking about those Patrick Tonka Bear dogs, and you know that Otter has some pretty good dogs, man. He matched dogs. That's one thing I gotta tell you about this guy. He matched his dogs. Yes, he did. 44-12 in an hour. But I can tell you, he matched his dogs. He had that I think it was Grand Champion Hellbeam, something like that. But I think I got him in here somewhere. There's another good one. We're just talking about those dogs. The outer stuff, see what I'm talking about? Another good bred dog. Well, I'll tell y'all about that Dixieline connection shit. He ran into some pretty good dogs down there in that Dixieline connection area. You know, you go on down there with a killer, y'all win that shit. I'm just saying. Go to Cunninghams again. Go Swamp Man. Shockley. You know, they got good referees. Oh, Sonny P. Oh, Groves, that's old Hargrove. That's more of that outer stuff. That's a grand champion right there. The thing is, look how big he is. Anywhere between 51 and 54 and a half. He's not a little dog. You know what I'm saying? Not a little dog. You talking about that with the hour and 20, hour and 31? Yeah, old bird dog Dozer. Old bird dog, he came in with one for his ass though, didn't he? Another boy's dog, I'll bring him on up. I know very few people seen these matches here. We always talk about Lady Stone. He had another little bad one. Yeah, that's him rocking with Fat Bill shit. Brunson was bred by Fat Bill. See what it say? It say he look what he did. He went up to 48 to get him one. Well, that might have been one of the moments, you caught Roster Man clowning. He probably was a joke that whole time. He probably called Buddy a piece of shit. I'll come and get you at your weight. Because that's exactly what it looked like he did. I'll come get you at your weight. And then come right back shortly after that and go get after a champion and knock him off from 46 at 41. Reporting was close. Look at that, September, October of 90, then November, December of 90. They reporting these matches. You know what I'm saying? He had a busy year. He went an hour and 38, took a couple months off, brought him right back out in the fall, and got him right back to running. Oh, that was quick. Let's do him again while he's still in shape. Damn, that one was quick. Let's do him again. Ain't nobody trying to jump on. Let's just jump on this damn dog right here. Probably got to talking some shit. Took him a minute to get that big boy, but he got him. Didn't give me much of a rest coming right back out. And the way you're reporting these matches, these are happening simultaneously. But one thing for damn sure, every one of them can say they went in the grand champion roster, man. Bronson. Might not know their names. They might be complete nobodies. But we know them tonight. We know them tonight because without them, they wouldn't be a grand champion. Did he beat anybody? He got enough. He got 5 wins. I mean, he had 5 people standing there across from him and said, "I think I can get him," even at 48. Another Fat Bill breeding. Yeah, while we on Fat Bill, I got another one for y'all. Another grand champion he hardly ever talk about. There's another fat bill. Another fat bill. Won all 5 of his matches in 1 year period. All in the North Carolina area. They just beating up North Carolina, ain't they? They just down there owning North Carolina. 30, 40, 16, 23. Had to do a little work on that last one. But he got it. You can tell you damn near they want him back to back with it. Good referee right there, Pitbull Rick. You know, we got to talk about North Carolina like we talk about South Carolina. The Chinaman dogs was handling it down there. Handling things. Yes, sir. Them the Carolinas. I know y'all saying, man, well, where all the South Carolinas at, twin? You got up north, you know, New York. You know, I'm trying to find them South Carolina dogs for y'all South Carolina lovers. I'm just letting y'all know back then, during that time, you know, Yellow was doing his thing. And they was doing it not over there at David Taft's yard. They was in everybody else's hands. But, you know, anytime we say yellow, we always classify most yellow dogs as South Carolina dogs because of yellow and the line itself. South Carolina line bred dog. So South Carolina gonna always get the love when it comes to them dogs there. Yellow gonna always be the name to pop up. Okay. I ain't trying to make this a fat bill night, y'all, but I mean, when you see him and you get him, and Fat Bill has some bulldogs out there. Just wanted to point some of this stuff out because he was in there getting into work. The dogs was getting the work in. There's another Fat Bill. Look at them times. Got Bakari right there as a referee. We got Irish Jerry. See, this is bulldogging. You gotta respect these down here. Without them, we wouldn't be up there. Again, North Carolina. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and bring that LG stuff, slide it on up there a little bit for y'all to see it. They got the LG stuff. No. They down there in Cajun country doing all that now. Short time, look at, yeah, short time's all right. LG said, man, I want my dog back. He refereed that match and was like, let me get my dog back here. What is it gonna take for me to get my dog back? He get her back and go out there and stop shit in 10 and 19 minutes. But that's Cajun country. That's another place you can go down there and beat the hell out of them, even with a good rough dog. But you gotta have a good rough dog. Gotta be good and gotta be rough. Because they come in good shape, they come in with a lot of air, and they come in with a lot of gameness. All right, y'all. I'm not going to try to do them all. I'm just showing up some major ones. I'm coming down to my end so I can have some for later next time. When we do this like Brutus. So I'm trying to find one more. I'm trying to find a little female that created the madness between Kenny Allen and there she go. Kenny Allen and Roadblock. I'm gonna show you the female that created that chaos. Roadblock's Tater. I've seen 3 or 4 matches. That's her right there. This is the little female, as you can see, a cross between the saloon and the Zebo stuff. Keep in mind the saloon stuff is, what's the name? Kenny Allen. This is the dog that Kenny Allen said they took from him. Still went out and made her a 4-time winner. They were Big Leonard, Old Nap, Bam Chico, good match. Referees, that's for sure. But look at the times. Yeah, there go my boy. This dog here, she should have got a 2 because she was a champion when Tater beat her. She was a 3-time winner. Yep, Wilma was a champion when Tater beat her. And she did. She beat her quick, too. 28 minutes, 24:56. Jersey boys, they came down there. They hung in there a little bit, too. But they traveled with him. A 4-time winner that numbers 3 2-time winners amongst her victims. I know one was definitely Wilma. She was definitely a 3 champion. Anything else, Mike?
My man Chico Nicholas said it wasn't paper champions back then. The journal was out. Like they are today.
Right. Every one of these dogs. I mean, that's the difference between when I sit down and I pull these certificates up. It's not just the dogs in their championships. It's the dogs in who they beat. You can grade who they beat or not. The thing is, a lot of them names you don't even know. But at least one thing for sure, we know they can brag and say they was matching dogs and they matching to some great dog men. That's for damn sure. You know what I'm saying? Hey, win or lose, at least, whether they in the losing column or not, these matches wouldn't happen unless they were being participants. So all due respect to those guys, So it's always this combat because you're not in the journal. The only reason I would holler about people that didn't want to go report to the journal, don't go crying about it now when we can talk about shit that we can literally show you compared to you wanting to just sit there and have a conversation. That's the difference. Not knocking what you're saying, but it's just more interesting when we can see it than hear it. But we can literally see it for ourselves. It does work. It does mean so much more, So try not to hate because you didn't do that, Maybe it shouldn't have been important to you back then. It shouldn't be important to you now. So let's enjoy the ones that did do it. You know what I'm saying? Because there's a lot of them in here. Remember, we're looking at these championship certificates, but let's talk about the people who helped make them champions. These are still people who standing across that wall from you thinking they can beat you. That's what it was all about. Everything that we just went over. Whether you got a 1 or you didn't get nothing, or had a bunch of referees with the stars and and nobody over here like, with a one on them, but a lot of them guys were up and coming. The fact is they was definitely playing in the fast lane. Look at the referees. You know what I'm saying? So it's just, I like showing them because that gives everybody a chance to be on the bus, come way back here, and just look at what was happening going into 88, 89, 90. You had the Boyle stuff. You had the Eli stuff. We didn't run across, not one yellow dog did we run across. Not that I can remember. Yeah, we ran across, yes we did, we ran across Luger. You know what I'm saying? We seen Patrick dogs, we seen Boyle's dogs, still Patrick dogs. Yeah, we seen Fat Bill dogs, them Eli dogs. We, Eli Snooty over there. Then we got, look at those Eli dogs we was dealing with Satan in them. Them was Eli dogs. You know what I'm saying?
They was back there smashing.
And they was getting it in. And back then when Satan was around, we had Eli dogs. That's when we had Ratchet in them. We was on that kind of tip. Yeah. Remember, Judo and them Judo was still around. Judo just had a way of putting all that shit to the test because of his style.
What about was he Eli?
Yeah, he was Snooty. Mm-mm. Yeah, he was Snooty Molly B. Remember? Right. Levi. Yeah. Levi. But Levi was off a smeller. Mm-hmm. And Solo was Low Posse Buster. And yeah. Them was Carolina dogs, North Carolina dogs. But I'm done, Mike. You just want to call it in, man, because I got more, but I want to save these for later. I just want to take on any questions, anybody, any particulars.
My man Carmen said, back then you get a win, your phone would ring off the hook. Everybody wanted a shot at that winner.
Ain't that how it was? I got a heart attack in here. Hold on. Since he in the room, I got one for him. I guess I got one more for tonight. Yeah. There you go, Army. Since you in the house for the night, here you go. I got your shit up there. Yes, sir. I was there when you beat Frankenstein. Frankenstein was a 2-time winner. I was there when you beat Wooly. I think I was there when you beat Julio, the first one. I don't remember. I wasn't there when you lost to him. But I know I saw his first 3. Another good bred dog, Bulldog. See his referee, you got King Edward over there. You got Nate. You got Mr. T from Roadblock. And you was going in good time. Good time. Yeah, I had to get that one in since Armin was in the room. Let me show him up. Oh, heart attack. Won 3 good ones against good competition of the Motor City area. Yeah, I had to throw that one in. 89.90 now. That's all. Look how long ago that was. That was 89.90. Yes, sir. 89.90. Okay? Look how many years ago that was. Bulldog man still standing in the corner. Shout out to you, Army. Anything else, Mike?
We wasn't even. That's not even early for us at this time. We in deep at this
Oh yeah,
time.
by this time we was already, because we just coming in from Ohio, North Carolina.
Yep.
We was just coming in North Carolina and hooked up with the real dudes up there in that Detroit area. Once we got linked in on them, we seen all the good ones, all of them, Sable, everybody. Then we coming out of Akron with B Crest, BLB. Then Ohio had Mile, Ramrod. Man, we wasn't playing. Loctite. All them boys was getting it in. It was rough. I'm talking about rough. From PA all the way over there to Buffalo, all the way across to Chicago, all the way over there in the Great Lakes air was hot. Yep, you got to throw Youngstown up in there. You know, Warren. Yep, big shout out to Warren. You know, you had that LOD, Legion of Doom. You know, they don't even come outside unless they know they going to win. So, you know, I'm always talk shit about winning best in show. You know, beat them, you're supposed to get best in show. You know what I'm saying? That's why we got best in show. Because we beat Legion of Doom. Okay, that's all. Everybody on the card. Can't match that one. So, hey, we got it because we did something, to me, still to this day, was very big. We beat a great kennel. I have to honestly say, I think that was my biggest kennel in my earlier days to, you know what I'm saying, really check my hand and see how good the dogs we was playing with were. And because of all these guys, you know, I know what a real bulldog looked like. I know what it took to win. I knew exactly what kind of dog you can put out there and have a very hard time beating them.
We went after Jughead when he was going after his championship.
Yeah, with judo. Yeah, judo came right off the loss. We went right out to a 2-time winner going for his championship. Hold on. Pump the brakes. And we smashed him. He barely made it over 30. I don't even know if it went 30. And we stopped him. And he went on to become a champion, though. You know, yeah, they put another one on him, and he won his championship, but he didn't win it on us. And this was a time when we was knowing what kind of bulldogs we was having, and we had the opportunity to get in there and get with some real doggers. So, yeah, shout out to all them that I pulled up, including Fat Bill and his dogs. You know, again, like I said, I saw Fat Bill up there with Fergie when he went in the Grand Champion Brunson. You know, that was a good one. I think they went into him. Yeah, that was a good one. But yeah, other than that, they all had match dogs. And Fergie ain't from Ohio. Fat Bill ain't from Ohio. So you already know they just didn't sit down in their backyard and do dogs. That's the point I'm making. Fat Bill got around and he got out there. Look, he hanging out with Bakari. You know, and look how what Bakari was getting around. So hey, that was just the community that we ran in. And you know, how can you not, you know, have these type of dogs and you got the access to the journal, which is like the playbook, to be able to hook up into these great dogs, some of these champions that these matches was running into, you know? This is how they came together. Don't be for the journal, we would have never got a chance to see Duke going to Robert T. Or May go into Chi-Chi. You know, these is, how do we know? Because these reports, you seeing the dogs that you need to be hunting down, contacting, if that's what you choose to go into. Like me seeing Tommy Boy. No, I'm going into a champion. I I see her championship in the damn journal. Yeah, I'm excited, you know. Yeah, for number 5, I'm coming out with a first time outer. You game right. You know, I might look like I'm gonna be an easy pushover. I'm counting on that. It didn't work out that way, but look, the effort and the emotions of having to believe that I could go in over there in their country and kick her ass, and that's why I went. You know, that mentality right there. I'm pretty sure everybody who stands on the other side of that corner, that room in that corner, is always going to feel the same way. I just don't want you guys to lose sight of that, because without that, it wouldn't be all this great shit. And see, they stand above anybody outside the pit talking shit about somebody else's shit. And I'm going to always point that out, because at least they standing in there. And we can pick it up and say, regardless of whether you lost, still, we can say you was in there. You faced it. You tried. Compared to somebody that's standing on the outside talking about it. You know, I got a chance to talk about a lot of people's shit, but I have my own shit to do too. You know what I mean? They probably talk about my shit like I talk about theirs. There's always going to be something good or bad, you know, because, you know, if you get mad, you know, you just take the Bulldogs and let's get in there and let's find out. That's how the game works. That's how a lot of these great dogs got to go into each other. That's why you've seen so many ones. You don't always have to be ones and say everybody didn't get a one was bullshit. You've seen the ones that didn't have nothing on them, giving some of them great dogs the hardest time. So you don't have to have a one there. A one is just an indication that you're out there doing something. That's all that means. You have picked up the recognition to be considered, you know, a reputable kennel. That's all one meant. You know, we didn't get the one for a couple of our shows, but you go back and look into guys that we went into, guess what? You don't know why we didn't. Well, it didn't matter to me anyway, because it had something to do with me and the person standing across that pit. Right? Everybody she went into was a 2-time winner from the first one to the third one. Okay? And that means somebody was standing over there looking at me, telling me they didn't give a damn who she was. They trying to get their championship. We the ones trying to get something. So they felt mighty confident too. But I come from a place that I knew exactly what we had. So it really didn't bother me, and it really didn't mean anything to me except for I'm glad he's standing over there. And I'm going to always give them guys the utmost respect, win or lose, because without that, there's nothing to talk about. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't talk about nothing but that. You know, and every one of these dogs was coming from great pedigrees. And as we started adding new names, we started getting new dogs. New dogs to talk about. Didn't even see Yellow hit the scene. But damn, when did Yellow hit the scene? Oh, believe me, he was already on the scene. He was already on the scene. You know, I could start pulling up a couple Bulldogs in the 90s that, you know, and it was taking L's because of that red boy shit and that yellow shit. You know, them kennels like Stone City and definitely hardcore. And even the Cunningham started winning more. You know, the last couple of matches, we keep on seeing the Cunninghams, they down in the losing section. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. You know, they sure losing a lot with that old red shit. But guess what? It got better. It got better. And how else you going to know if you ain't standing across there trying to find out? Because in each one of them that they went into some great dogs. Don't forget that. Don't lose respect because they was losing. They gained respect to the type of dogs they was going in there to try to beat. And that's what counts, because nobody's out there trying to waste money just to throw it away. And know when you step on there, you're going to be giving this person your money. Like, you ain't going to win. You ain't got a chance. who walks in the box with that attitude? I don't remember one person standing across from me thinking like that. Like he didn't have no business in there. He might not like who he was going to run into, but that didn't mean that he didn't think he already there, that he's going to let that dog go. It is what it is.
Big shout out to my man, Prophet Google, coming in with a two-piece showing the love. He said, ain't no party till the twins show up. Appreciate the love, fam.
You know it, man. Yeah, I like going back in there and grabbing them and bringing them up because, you know, in today's world, you know, that part of the game is almost like it's where it is and it needs to be. You know, under the circumstances and the tension that it brings forth today's world. You know what I mean? You can make national news messing around with a book that's reporting dog fights now. You know what I mean? It could be totally fictional and they're going to still hit your house because they want it to be so real. You know what I mean? That's why I always say, you know, I would make a terrible witness. If I'm talking about it, that don't mean I was there. If I'm talking about it, that don't mean I know it's the truth. If I'm talking about it, that does not mean I know who's involved. If you come and ask me anything, ain't much I can tell you. I don't know who, when, or where. So what can I do for you? No, but you're talking about it, but I can. But again, this could all be fictional. You know what I'm saying? It's always going to be fictional because that's what we do on this show. We put you on our fictional bus and we go back in our fictional time. We get on the yellow footprints and then we go exploring the world of dog fighting in the world that you know what, because none of us know if it's real. All we know is what we're talking about. Don't know who, when, or where. So let's enjoy it while we're doing it. That's why we go back there and we hang out there so you guys can scope up the imagination and give that little bit more respect to where it's due. And where I'm saying it's going to always be due to is these dogs will not be famous or have anything worthy of talking about if it don't be for somebody standing across from them. Always remember that part because it's that person standing over there is what helps make the history of this game. From the breeding to the matching. Win or lose. Those that are standing there inside them walls, those are the true warriors. You know, those are the ones to be respected. You know, not the ones just talking about or trying to be about it. You know what I'm saying? Let's keep it where it belongs. Where they started at and where it's going to finish at, you know? Okay, Mike. But yeah, I had to pull up old Satan there. I told J-Bo I was gonna sling him out there just to show you what type of bulldog he really was, and a little bit insight on the kind of people that we was running with, and the kind of level of the game that we was playing in. You know, I didn't get a chance to even get to Mama, Loctite, and all those dogs like him, Judy Jones, and Stein, Stubby, even Ramrod. Stan the Man, Boss Man. There's a lot of great dogs out there, and that was just before I left Ohio. It was a very hard place up there in the Great Lakes area. It was definitely a hard place to play. It was definitely a hard place to play and a very hard place to win. And if you did win, that's because you had a hell of a bulldog.
For real. The thing I like about the Satan story is the old man have been doing that for years, man. Never had no idea that they were going to take some dogs, man, and turn them into something.
Yep, shout out to Bill Brown.
You know?
Yep, Bill Brown.
A lot of them guys, you know, just out there, you never know. Some of them old guys just doing it just to be doing it, and they were just, those dogs wind up being great dogs.
Right. especially Satan.
That was, did nobody see that coming. He had, just been sitting back doing that for years, as you could tell if you just paid attention to the pedigree. He didn't know what he was getting, what he actually had back there, but I think he kind of knew because he said it.
Well, don't let them dogs bite your ass. They'll keep the dogs.
They kick a dog ass.
Okay?
He meant that.
They could keep the dog's ass.
They proved that.
Period.
So
He was a little snappy. Got down time to eat your ass
get
up.
your ass up and careful. But these are the stories that, which one of the stories you fit into? A lot of guys, at the time that he was actually doing that, we could have never foreseen Satan, DJ, and Charlie, and Brat, and Mama, and so many other dogs, man. Mikey and Judo. You never seen them things coming. Oh, you was just out there doing them like everybody else. And that was just the glory part of the game, man. The end, just be able to get in there. You need to win. Win. The wins do help. But think about all the great kennels we talked about. You not know what they was doing. But the fact is, you got a chance to get out there and see how it was done and be with them and then take part and create our own. That's the storyline. That was the purpose of the journey, whether it was fake or not. If you were fake or not, trust me, we're going to come find you and see. Don't come up with no excuses. The game was too big for that. We can give you books and books and books, and all these dogs had to have somebody standing in the cloth for them. And it's a lot of them. Right. Somebody's kitchen is looking. Oh, they're coming. That is just the history of these dogs for as far back as you want to look. That's what makes them a gladiator. That's what makes you worthy of saying, I am an American Pit Bull Terrier dog man. Because you understand what kind of dog you got. You're just not the average dog man. You're an American Pit Bull Terrier dog man. That brings a lot of heat nowadays, man. A lot of heat nowadays. So you got to disrespect the history because that's what it is. But your future in these dogs is what y'all choose to make it. You just gonna keep talking about the history and let your history be whatever you make it. Give you something to talk about. But we ain't gonna let y'all forget this history. Too many dogs y'all still talk about to this day. We just gotta get y'all to understand why we talk about these dogs. These certain dogs right here, you're gonna notice they all have something in common. You can see it for yourself. You can pick what you choose to think where the commonality comes in. But the fact is, we're talking about it, and there's a reason. Understand that point, and then you'll make you a better person because then you understand do you want to be talked about or do you just want to have something that you don't have to talk about. It'll make people talk about it because of what it is. We really want people to brag about shit. Didn't brag. Actually try to be as low key as possible. But sometimes, things just happen and, you just get out there and kick enough ass and you don't have people on that phone ringing until that phone start ringing. Then all of a sudden, you got to start picking up the phone. See, that's when the game got good and you had to pick up the phone because don't nobody want to call you no more. And then it gets like almost to a disrespect. You called me? You called me? Yeah, I called you. I called you, yeah. See, I used to do all the calling. What, you mad? I ain't coming for no excuses. I already heard you was looking. And, you can get that on. That's the camaraderie of the game which made it fun. Like any other sport, competition, ain't nobody scared of nobody.
You don't want to do it. You
Just don't do it. That's all.
You want to do it. You can lock it up.
Get it on. That was the fun part.
Yeah, like you're saying, that was the fun part because again, people who play football and any other sport enjoy it. They love it. It's their life. They try to be that. They try to be the best at that. These dogs, these dog men have been like that since the beginning of creation of the dog. So respect the history, you know what I mean? But pick your own way. It's just a matter, like I said, a matter based on the work you put in. There's always going to be a product, you know, the envy of your product. You did that. Nothing wrong with that. You did that. Own that. Respect that. You don't have to talk about it. Let other people do the talking for you. Just know that was your dog. And that's where we at. What you got going on there, Mo? I see you peeking around. But look, fella, I need y'all to help me out here. Y'all enjoy the history and understanding what we're really trying to get over. Because again, remember, we started out with Satan simply because Satan comes from a line of dogs, y'all, that nobody even knew they even existed. I even think when the old man let them dogs away, he really didn't know what was going to happen with those dogs. Guarantee he had no inkling that they would become what they became. So then we can still talk about this same old guy who had these dogs, who just bred these dogs that turned out to be great dogs, that led to a line of these great dogs. Well bred, but unknown. That was the kid. And what changed his life? One dog. Well, like I said, a couple of them. Jesse came on the yard, and that just really changed the world. But it's the little things like that, fellas. When you're living back in that time period and you know these people and you know these dogs prior to us talking about them now, them ain't the same dogs that we knew back then. Them dogs now, they got a history. And they got one hell of a history. And I always look at it, guess what? That's the way y'all future going to be. Y'all going to be able to look back and be able to say the same thing about somebody's dog. Because this game is going to still be what it is. All because of American Pit Bull Terrier. Now y'all help me out with this history thing and give us some down. Thumbs up, thumbs up. Thumbs up, thumbs up. Muscles, muscles, muscles. Now, show some love. I need y'all to be hitting that like button on the way up out here, but show some love while you're in here. Give me some damn roses, roses. Yes. We need damn roses. Come on, man, fling them out there. Show that love. Because don't cost nothing. It's all free. Hey, look, while we're going out, big shout out to everybody out there in the back street showing the love. Y'all know one thing, I be dead wrong, folks. I be dead wrong, but I'm gonna try to fix this right here, right quick, right now. I be forgetting. Well, I don't be forgetting. I be so tied up, paying attention to other things, but I'm gonna go down through here and I'm gonna hit my name right quick. So I'm got to show my boy some love. Hold on, I'm just catching up. Got all of them, all of them. Big shout out to my man, Streetport Mike in the house. What up, fam? Big shout out to Harvey Fitness Kennels. I see you, fam. Big shout out to the dog father. I see you, fam. Vladimir Irvin. What up, fam? The almighty one showing up. What up, fam? I see you. Big shout out to the shout out to the insane honey badger. What up, fam? K-Walk. I see you, fam. Big shout out to my man, Mr. William McNeil in the house. What up, fam? Magnolia Kennels in the house representing 904 in the house. What up, fam? The Mad Doctor. What up, fam? Mad Doctor. What's up, baby?
Big shout out to Arrowhead. Kennels in the house. What up, fam?
What up, Arrowhead?
Yo, G, what up, fam? Mr. O, I see you, fam. FO4K 1927, what up, fam? Vendetta in the house, what up, fam? Vendetta. Big shout out to my man, Mr. William Torres, I see you, fam. Welcome to the Shark Tank, my man, Jaw Dog Kennels in the house. What up, fam? Game Breaker, I see you, fam.
What up, Breaker? What's up, man?
Raw Digger, welcome to the Shark Tank, fam. Mr. James Jones, what up, fam? Marquise B, I see you, fam. Yo, Itchy, I see you, fam. Big shout out to my man, Eli Monster in the house. What up, fam? Big shout out to longtime supporter, the one and only, my man, Mr. Burning Star in the house. What up, fam? Big shout out to Scratch Line News. What up, nephew? Big shout out to my man Pit Dog. I see you, fam.
What up, y'all?
Look, big shout out to everybody who showed up to show out tonight. Again, we know this Talk Shit Tuesday, but look, pay attention close to the history, man, because behind everybody in the history book, there's always going to be a story. You know, it's good to just know the story and enjoy it. And then hopefully one of these stories will be about you one day. You know? But, again, respect the gang. Gang don't owe you no respect. You need to respect the gang. Let your dog do the talking. You just make sure you bring the right dog. That's all. Regardless of what you're doing and how you do it. Show up and show out. We're just going to try to tell you how to get it done. Until Friday, y'all stay safe. Y'all stay out the way. You know, hold on. You know, we always say check them chains. Make sure they got water. Check them cameras. All that good shit. Nowadays, that's even more important. Because as y'all can tell, you know, there's certain things that you have on your yard, and if you're doing anything, you're automatically going to become a dog fighter. If y'all are doing drugs, and you guys happen to have one or two dogs, they're going to be a dog fighter. So there's so many things that, you know, has always been around, but it's not as prevalent as it is now. You know, so be careful. You know, the cameras is out there not just for the dog's protection, but for yours. So trust and believe. The cameras need to be rolling. Till Friday, man, y'all stay cool. Ain't got anything else to say, man? Big shout out to BLB and all my boys back home. I know what's up. It was history in the making. But until Friday, get this out of the conversation. Regardless of what you do and how you do it, you should always, first thing on mind, you should always remove. First thing, always. You step over that wall, you believe in what you're doing, you should have no problem by always scratching the wind. No problem. Always. Ain't nothing wrong with believing in yourself. Dog of the night. Yeah. Was that pedigree or y'all want that record? What's up? You get it any way you want it. You want that pedigree or you want that record? Yeah. Kennels out there in the house. Big shout out to Talker to see Kennels out there in the house. Like I said, line didn't come down far enough, but I'm still showing you love, fam. I see you. Shout out to my man Johnny Rockets in the house. What up, fam?